Let's have a discussion of this particular question. PCP Limited belongs to the apparel industry. It specializes in the distribution of fashionable garments. It buys from the industry and resells the same to the following two different supermarkets. So they are not manufacturer. This particular company is purchasing the garments from industry. They are the intermediators, and the same garment they are selling to your different supermarkets. So reselling activity they are performing. Supermarket A and supermarket B, there are two supermarkets are given. Supermarket A dealing in adult garment group is given, age group is 5 to 30, and your supermarket B is dealing with the kids garment and the age group is given 5 to 10. So there are two different age groups and accordingly they have bifurcated the supermarkets. The following data for the month of April in respect of PCP Limited has been reported as follows. The average revenue per delivery. This is the revenue given, but it's not a total revenue. Delivery wise revenue is given. So total number of deliveries you need to use for computing the total revenue of each supermarket. Average COGS is also given, and this COGS is also available according to one delivery. So deliver your garment for a one time. Supermarket A and supermarket B generates how much revenue and they spends how much cost. This is what covered in this particular table, and along with this number of deliveries are given. So if question ask you to calculate total profit, or say for example total revenue or total cost, you need to multiply the given data with 660 deliveries and 1650 deliveries for supermarket A and supermarket B. In the past, something related to past is given. PCP Limited has used gross margin percentage to evaluate the relative profitability of its supermarket segment. This one was the practice of this particular company, that evaluation they used to made on the basis of gross margin percentage, and gross margin percent is nothing but GP ratio they used to compute in past. Sir, how to calculate GP ratio? For calculating GP ratio, that is gross profit ratio, gross profit divided by net sales into 100 formula you should use. So supermarket wise profitability can be computed. The company plans to use activity based costing for analyzing the profitability of its supermarket segment, and this is something called as future estimation. As far as past is concerned, they used to only calculate GP ratio for analyzing the performance of the company, but in future they are planning to implement the ABC, that is activity based costing system, for analyzing the profitability of the supermarket segment. Something related to the actual information is available. In the month of April, the April month operating cost other than COGS. Sir, what is the meaning of operating cost other than COGS? Other than COGS, the remaining cost is nothing but overhead. So this is something given related to overhead of PCP Limited are 16,55,995. So this much cost they have actually incurred toward overheads in the month of April. This is the actual cost given. These operating costs are assigned to 5 activity areas, means this cost is bifurcated into 5 different parts, 5 different activities. The cost in each area and the activity analysis including cost driver. Sir, what is the meaning of cost driver? Cost driver is nothing but basis which we are going to use for the purpose of apportionment of cost for the month of April are available. If you check, they have bifurcated this 16,55,995 into 5 parts, where first part is store delivery activity, second one is the cartons dispatch activity, shelf stocking activity, line item ordering activity, and last one is the order processing activity. So total 5 activities they have identified. They have bifurcated the 16,55,995 into 5 parts, and along with that the basis to be used for the computation of cost per activity is given. Sir, what basis you are talking about? This 390,500, 415, 250, 64, 845, 345, 400 and 4,40,000 are to be divided on what basis? They are to be divided on the basis of the given cost driver, and given cost drivers are available with us. They are store deliveries, that is number of deliveries, total carton dispatch to store per delivery, hours of shelf stocking, line items purchase order and purchase orders by customers. These are the basis given in the question. By using the same information, they have given month of April related data. The total number of deliveries, number of cartons, then average number of hours, number of items per order and total number of orders, everything is given. Sir, what this table stands for? This table stands for all the basis activity wise totals are given for both the supermarket. What we need to do? Question says you should compute gross margin percentage, that is gross profit ratio for both the supermarkets, right? Then as well as you should compute the operating income. What is operating income? Your gross profit minus other expenses gives you your operating income for each supermarket segment using the activity based costing information as far as your first point is concerned, which clearly asks us to calculate the gross margin, and for gross margin computation we should have two items available with us and they are gross profit and net sale. Net sales, sir, what is net sales? Net sales is nothing but revenue. Revenues are given in the question, but revenues are given according to one delivery. You can check. If you check the first table, these are the revenue per delivery. You should multiply this revenue with the number of deliveries so that you can get the total revenues. And if you check the solution, they have computed first total revenues by multiplying the same. Correct? For calculation of GP, revenue, then next element which we are going to deduct is your COGS, cost of goods sold, and per delivery cost of goods sold is available, which again you need to multiply with the number of deliveries to get the total amount of COGS. So total COGS is also computed, and sales minus COGS you are going to get the gross profit. Done. Question says calculate gross margin. Sir, how to calculate gross margin? The amount of gross profit divided by amount of revenue into 100. You can use your calculator. They have computed 32,67,000 divided by 11,21,67,000 percentage, which is equal to 2.91. So revenue is used as a basis for calculating gross margin ratio, and same way gross margin is computed in second supermarket case also. So this was the very simple thing. The point number 2 of the question asks us to show the again operating income margin, but operating income margin we should show on the basis of activity based costing. Now for that purpose, very first I have taken gross margin from the previous calculation, and after gross margin the total overhead. Sir, what is the amount of total overhead? See here, total overheads are amounted to rupees 16,55,995. This 16,55,995 is divided into two parts by considering ABC technique. Sir, how this bifurcation is to be done? For this purpose they have prepared one statement. Okay, according to the statement, total store delivery cost. Now, total store delivery cost per activity cost is computed first. Sir, how to calculate per activity cost? Try and understand. Total store delivery cost is 3,90,500, but this particular cost you have incurred on all the store deliveries. Now, what are the total number of store deliveries given in the question? Sir, number of deliveries are 1,100 and number of deliveries are 2,850. If you take total 1,100 plus 2,805, this will give you 3,905 as amount. Correct? No? What was the total cost of first activity? Sir, first activity's cost was 3,90,500. You should divide it by using total number of your deliveries, and they are 3,905. So this amount, when you are going to divide by 3,905, you are going to get one answer. 390,500 divided by 3,905 is equal to 100 rupees. Sir, what does that 100 rupees means? For one delivery, for one store delivery, you have incurred the cost of 100 rupees. If one delivery is costing you 100 rupees, then 1100 deliveries will cost you, 1100 deliveries will cost you 1,10,000, and 2,805 deliveries will cost you 2,80,500. This is the cost computation which is done by using the same thing which we have just now discussed. Next activity. The next activity is cartons dispatched to store amounted to rupees 4,15,250. Correct? It should be divided by using total carton dispatched to a store per delivery. Correct? No? This is the basis which we have to consider. Now let's check carton dispatched to a store per delivery is given in the question or not. Yes, it is given. Average number of cartons shipped per store delivery is 250. 250 are not the total cartons shipped. They are the cartons which we have shipped for one delivery, and there are total 1100 deliveries available with us. Correct, no? So if one delivery consists 250 cartons for 100 and 1100 total deliveries, you are going to ship 2,75,000 cartons as far as first supermarket is concerned. And in second supermarket, this calculation will be 50 cartons per delivery multiplied by number of deliveries, that is 50 into 2805, so 140,250 cartons. Correct? Now if you want to calculate total cartons, sir, how to calculate total cartons? It's 140,250 plus 2,75,000. So total cartons required for all the deliveries are amounted to 4,15,250. Oh my God. 4,15,250 divided by 4,15,250. So you can analyze and conclude here, 1 rupee is the cost needed for every dispatch. Correct? No. 1 rupee is the carton cost which is needed for every dispatch. Per delivery is going to cost you 1 rupee carton cost. Now carton cost is 1 rupee, and as far as first calculation is concerned, 275,000 cartons you have used, and as far as second calculation is concerned, 1,40,250 cartons you have used. If you check the calculation, you are going to get the same values here, 2,75,000 and 1,40,250. Done? Simply bifurcation. As far as your third calculation is concerned, let's see what is the third area of activity given. Shelf stocking at customer store. Total amount to be bifurcated is 64,845. It is to be divided on the basis of number of hours of shelf stocking. Whenever you are performing the stocking activity, how many number of hours you have consumed, that we need to ascertain first. Now shelf stocking hours are available, and again these hours are given according to per delivery. So first you should convert them in total by considering number of deliveries. When you compare them, when you convert them, 1100 into 6, so it is 6,600 number of hours required for all the delivery, and 2805 multiplied by 1.5, 4207.5. This many hours are required. So when you add up all these values, you are going to get 10807.5. Correct, no? 10807.5 is the calculated number of hours, and once this number of hours are available, you are going to compute the next thing. Now try and understand the next thing. Now these are the average number of hours of sales stocking per store delivery, and per store delivery 6 hours are given, 1.5 hours are given, and once you are going to multiply them with the number of deliveries, delivery wise number of hours you will be getting. Correct? Now delivery wise number of hours you will be getting, and what is the cost associated with this is given. If you check this, you are going to get the calculation here. Now total 64,845. You can check 64,845 is the total cost. When you divide this total cost by using 10807.5, you will be getting 6 rupees rate. Correct? 6 rupees is the hourly rate. Correct? 6 rupees into 6,600. Kindly calculate on Calci. 6 rupees into 6,600. You are going to get 39,600 on your calculator, and 6 rupees multiply by this many hours. 6 rupees multiplied by 427.5 hours is 25,245 you will be getting, and the same amount is given. See how we are calculating. We are just taking total of cost and we are dividing it by the concern level of activity. Concern given cost driver, concern basis. Basis is not given directly. We are calculating that basis, and cost per activity we have already discussed how they are computed. The next item which we are going to calculate, the next cost which is identified as line item ordering. Line item ordering is 3,45,000, and 3,45,000 is to be divided by using number of purchase orders, and number of purchase orders are given in the question. You can see number of purchase order is given in the question, and number of purchase order is 14 and 12. Average number of line item per order, again it is given per order. So it is 14 multiply by total line orders. You need to calculate here. Number of line orders are available 770, and this is something very important. Student always gets confused with which element we should connect this data. Now try and understand what is given. Average number of line item per order. So if you want to take the total, you should multiply this 14 with the number of orders, and number of orders are 770. 40 into 770. So to fulfill all the orders, total 10,780 line items are needed. Correct? Same way, when you multiply these values, 12 into 1980, you are going to get 23,760. Ultimately, the total will be 34,540. Correct? What I have done? I have done simply multiplication of the given line items per order into number of orders, and I have computed the level of activity. 34,540 is the total. 34,540, when you divide it, you are going to get some value. 3,45,000 divided by 34,540, you will be getting something. Correct? Now total cost is computed. After that, customer purchase order processing cost is again calculated by using the same way. They have given total customer purchase order processing cost amounted to rupees 4,40,000, and purchase orders by customers is the basis which we have to consider. When you divide this 4,40,000 by using the customers processing orders total, that is 770 and 1980, which was given here, 770 and 1980. By adding this 770 and 1980, you are going to get total 2750 orders. Correct, no? Now, if you divide this 4,40,000 by 2750, you will be getting 160 per order rate. This is activity based costing rate, and this rate you are going to use for the purpose of calculating your apportionment of cost. Once your supermarket wise cost, activity based cost are apportioned supermarket wise, you can take total also. By adding up all these values, you are going to get the operating cost, and here is the breakup available with us. Sir, breakup of what? Breakup of the total overheads which are given in the question. They are 16,55,995. So your 16,55,995 are now bifurcated into two parts, and the same two amounts you have to put in your solution for GP calculation and net profit calculation. See here, the 16,55,995 is now divided into two parts, and they have computed the operating income. And now operating income they have divided by revenue and multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. So question was divided into two parts. What was the previous practice of the company? They used to evaluate their performance on the basis of gross profit ratio. What is the current practice of the company? They are using the ABC system for the purpose of apportionment of their operating cost. Operating cost is divided into 5 activities. So 5 rates we computed, and we have computed supermarket A and supermarket B's operating cost. So breakup is computed, and now company is going to ascertain the operating income margin. Operating income margin is your net operating profit, and net operating profit margin calculation can be done by dividing this profit amount by using your amount of net sale. So amount of your operating income 26,11,400. When you divide it by using your total revenue 11,21,067,000, and when you convert it into percentage form, you are going to get one answer, fractional value, which is rounded off and written over here 2.33%, and same method is used for ascertaining the operating income margin for supermarket B. So this is the end of your ABC discussion. Let's start with the next chapter after this. So till now what we have completed? We completed with our material costing, where material related cost we have ascertained. We completed with our employee costing, where employee related overtime treatment we have